GamerCast Network.
Hey. All right. It's a video game show. It's a video game show. It's not a game show about videos. It's a video game show.
Welcome to the GamerCast Network Video Game Show, episode number 111 for Sunday, October 12th, 2008. I'm Chad, and this week for the roll call, when I say your name, okay, let's assume they have a device which can replicate the smells authentically from a game that you are playing. What game would you not want to play? And joining us on episode number 111 is Ivan.
I'm trying to think of something good. Because the first thing I did think of was some sort of zombie game.
And why wouldn't you want to smell the zombies?
I can't imagine zombies being very fragrant.
I think that would ruin the game, too. Because, like, half of the fun of the zombie game is the zombies, like, just coming out of nowhere. But, like, you know, wouldn't you smell them from, like, a mile away and be like, dude, here totally comes a zombie. Yeah, he's in that closet. Oh, my God, is that ripe? Start firing. He's in the closet.
But what if there's, like, a bum in the closet or something?
I don't think any bum would smell as bad as the living undead.
Okay, how about Dead Space? I want to smell the vacuum of space, or I don't want to, because I can't imagine the inside of a vacuum smelling very good.
Would it even smell?
Yeah, it would smell like your own lungs being pulled through your nostrils. That's what it would smell like.
Huh? See? Now, who would want to smell that?
And also joining us, after a long sabbatical, taming the African Madagascarians, Bob.
I think probably Manhunt, because the last thing I want to smell is when you strangle a guy with a plastic bag and he inevitably his pants all over you struggling to get free. That is the last thing I'd want to smell.
Huh.
Wouldn't smell very good. Not at all. Not at all.
No, I can't get behind that.
Wow, that was excellent choice right there.
And finally joining us from a time warp in the 1950s through his brand new great headphones is Keith.
Yeah.
Break all your headphones, see? I would have to go probably along the same lines of a zombie type game, and I'll just say Dead Rising.
I liked your first answer.
Leisure Suit Larry.
Could be Sex Station 7. That also would not smell good.
Well, I'll have to go with Hell. Hell wouldn't smell very good. Doesn't smell like sulfur and crap, so I'll have to go with a game like Diablo where you go to hell.
Depends on your definition of hell. If it's like Dante's Inferno hell, then it's a frozen wasteland.
Okay, anything with fire. Any kind of hell dimension that has fire. I don't want to be there because you know what? Carbon monoxide and you die. There you go.
So you don't mind standing in a pit of fire. It's that damn smoke that gets you every time.
It's that smoke. Secondhand smoke. Worst thing around.
This week on the GamerCast Network. This week on Gamertag Radio, episode number 165, find out what Pete Rock has to say about Call of Duty World at War. Also, 2 interviews with Treyarch, the developers of the game, and a review of Dead Space for the Xbox 360. On the Sarcastic Gamer PlayStation podcast, Sony had some big announcements at the Tokyo Game Show. Let's find out what was good and what was bad. Tune into the post-game report to get all the facts. Post-game. Now, Sarcastic Gamer, Halo Recon has been announced, and Extra Life is only 1 week away, October 18th. Get involved, play games, and heal kids. Discover the community that brings you all these great podcasts and more. GamerCastNetwork.com.
Next topic.
Okay, so, anybody have anything?
I played End War today.
Is that the beta?
Yeah.
First off, End War is the real-time strategy game coming out for the 360 PS3 that you play with your voice, primarily.
My problem is I would rather shoot somebody in the face myself than...
Tell somebody to shoot somebody in the face?
I mean, there's only like one level in the demo that I played, at least the single-player thing. And they're launching a satellite or something into space. So there's terrorists or something trying to stop it. You have like 2 squads and voice commands, and essentially it's like Team 1, attack, bad guy 3, and you say that and a guy's go and they attack. You're kind of like a general standing in the back giving the orders to do the stuff, and you're not actually running around shooting anything.
But you're not a big fan of strategy games to start with, so...
Well, I didn't mind like Ghost Recon where you had squads and you gave them commands, but you also were in a squad, and yeah, you went around, you actually did some shooting. As far as I could tell, and I know it was only one level, I'm not sure how the rest of the game goes, but I mean, seriously, it was giving voice commands to other squads, and that was all you were really doing. So the strategy came in how you commanded your squads, not how much faces you shot.
How much of faces you shot? I like that.
Okay, so far from your impressions of the beta, you're not impressed.
I mean, it's not my kind of game. It looked very good. The voice commands worked exceptionally well. There was a little tutorial thing you went through so it could kind of recognize your voice. And it was very straightforward, very easy to do, but yeah, it's just not my kind of game.
Next topic.
Anybody else play anything?
Warhammer's still very fun. I'm enjoying it.
No problems yet? Still lots of people playing?
Oh yeah, everything's fine right now. In fact, they just put a thing on some servers that are lopsided.
Yeah, I saw that they gave a bonus to order.
Yeah, because it's lopsided, there's more people on the destruction side, so you're getting a 20% experience bonus now for a week or something.
Are the order sides that low? No one wants to play the good guys?
Yes, but it's not noticeable because when you're doing the scenarios in that, it's limited to so many players. I'm still very much enjoying it.
So, do you have any intention of coming back to World of Warcraft once you get bored with Warhammer, maybe, or just no?
Maybe if I get bored with Warhammer.
Even after Lich King comes out?
I'll be honest, I'm really not that interested.
What about you there,
yeah.
Bob? You ever planning on playing Warcraft again?
Probably not.
What have you been playing recently, Bob, beyond Madagascar 2?
I was trying to avoid that question because the honest answer is since about Penny Arcade Expo, I've maybe played about 15 minutes worth of video games. When I came back, I was busy as hell. And then right after that, I went on vacation and didn't want to look at anything that had a digital monitor on it at all. And so other than maybe like 2 or 3 games of Guitar Hero with my brother-in-law and then like one song of Rock Band when I got back, I haven't played anything.
But what are you looking forward to playing? Come on. Gotta be something.
No, not really. The only thing I was looking forward to was Champions, and then we played it, and now I'm just like, whatever. I'm neither here nor there about it. I think they're probably going to break it. Oh, there's a funny story I never told about that. So anyway, remember when we were at the little booth with the guy, blonde hair, goatee, skinny guy who was telling us all about the game, and we kept hammering with all the questions? I actually sat next to him on the plane ride back. So we got in the plane, and I didn't want to talk to anybody. It was very clear that he didn't want to talk to anybody. So we just sat in kind of comfortable silence, each reading our respective thing on the way back. And so we're getting up to leave, and as we're coming out of the plane, I carried him out of the luggage bin thing, and I don't know what the hell happened, but as I picked it up, I nailed this guy in the eye with the corner of my carry-on.
Really?
Sweet.
Like hard. And he's like, ah!
That's kind of funny.
And I was like, all I wanted to do was get out of the plane. And then I hit this guy in the head. And I turn around and I'm like, oh my God, dude, I hit you. And he's like, guy who never does any physical activity and you just injured him. So he's all like overreacting to it anyway, like, ah, yeah. And I was just like, sorry, dude. And just turned and walked away. I felt like a total jackass, but I didn't, I was like, what the hell was I going to do about it at that point? So, yeah, that was my little...
That's
great. I apologize, guy with blonde hair and goatee. Did not mean to hit you with my carry-on bag.
Wow, you're mean.
Yeah.
Next topic.
BlizzCon was this last week. At BlizzCon, of course, they had Diablo 3 news.
Is that the next game you're going to play there, Bob? Diablo 3?
It's looking like it.
They showed off one new class, the Wizard class. And they also had some little news here and there about Diablo 3 in general. So, one thing they mentioned is that apparently you're no longer going to have to distribute attribute points. It will be auto-assigned as you level.
I don't know how I like that. I don't know. I don't like that.
Yeah, so now it's more like Warcraft, because in Warcraft, your dexterity, your stamina, your strength are all auto-assigned per level.
Why do they even have stats at that point? Since we have no control over them, why are you telling me what they are? But then it gets to the point that the only control you have over it is what gear you wear.
Which means it's going to be very gear heavy. Not that it wasn't before,
yeah.
But now it's going to be even more so because the only way to adjust your stats is with gear.
Yeah, that was basically what they're saying. This is more of a gear skills game than attribute leveling.
No, sir, I don't like it. I like building my guys the way I want to build them.
Yeah, I like getting to the exact minimum I need to get the piece of gear I want, and then putting every extra point into strength. That's what I like doing.
Okay, so that's one downside so far. The upper limit to a party is going to be 8. That's what they're shooting for.
Well, that's cool.
That's nice. That's cool.
Now it's going to be per person loot drops, a la Hellgate.
Good. Thank God.
Yeah.
From another story a couple weeks ago, we mentioned they're getting rid of health potions and giving out mana orbs and health orbs.
Basically the same thing anyway.
You just don't save them up, I'm assuming. It's like God of War, when you kill something, orbs pop out and you just kind of absorb them.
From one story I saw, it sounds like if you're in a party and you grab a health orb, you get the health and so does everyone else. It's kind of shared.
As long as they then have something like a healer class or something. Because if you're in the middle of a battle and you're about to die and you're fighting a big guy who's not
Sure, they'll have a healer class.
dropping off, you know what I mean?
And then apparently, it sounds like they're going to try and monetize Battle.net somehow. They don't want subscription fees, but there might be extra stuff to buy. Downloadable content.
They should just sell equipment. Not like the uber godlike stuff. I was almost half serious. Like, if you don't feel like grinding for a year doing magic runs and just want some gear so you can, like, hang out with everybody else, like, buy our $5 starter pack.
A random expansion booster pack, a la Magic.
Oh, dude, they could... Oh, my God, you know what they could do? They could make a fortune if they had Geed just, like, sitting in the aisle and, like, you could buy an item for, like, $0.25, and it would just be a random drop. It will just be like Geed in the store. How, like, people would spend all their... Wasn't that the guy's name who used to sit out in the middle and...
Yes.
And you go up, and when you had all your extra money, you just go up and spend it all on
Good
him.
day to you, partner.
Exactly. Dude, they need Geed just, like, standing out. And, like, the items, rather than costing, like, gold money, just cost, like, money. Like, you know, a dagger would cost, like, 15 cents. Dude, people would waste money. Just stand there and waste money.
It would be like slots, but not.
Exactly. Dude, that's what they need to do. And they will make billions and billions of dollars.
Off of me.
Give everything a chance of dropping. It'd be like a damn lottery. Oh my God, they'd make so much money. There you go, Blizzard. There, I just made you your next $1 billion. You're welcome.
Next topic.
Okay, joining us late to the game is Tom. And Tom, let's say we have a device.
The device.
So we have a vibrating device.
No.
No, it can vibrate. It vibrates.
It could vibrate. Let's say we have a device that can accurately recreate the smells of the game you're playing. What game would you not want to play?
Oh. Smell the game or smell the players that I'm playing with?
No, the game.
Oh, that's a good point, though.
Regardless, I'll say Second Life, I guess.
Come on, you don't want that fresh scent of Donkey Show in the morning?
Although I have to say, I haven't played games since PAX, so I'm going to be completely talking out of my
Oh,
ass.
for God's sake.
Welcome to the club.
Come to us for your video gaming news. We're fully half the podcast will play a game and been playing that game for an extended period of time, so they have no new input.
I did buy a 360 on Friday, but like the reason that I've been hesitant to buy a 360 because now I have to buy a couch and I have to buy a TV and I don't have any of those things. So I just have the 360 box in a completely empty living room.
You don't even have a TV?
I don't. I have to go buy one now.
Boy.
You bought a 360 without a TV.
You're a brain surgeon, my friend.
What kind of PC monitor do you have? You can't even use that?
I just have a laptop.
That would be bass backwards as hell. Playing your 360 through a laptop. Just bringing it with you. This giant ass 360 and you just set your laptop on top so you can play. It's all whirring and got his big fan running in the background, heating the damn laptop up. Good times.
Next topic.
But hey, Tom, you're here. We can do the Starcraft news. Since, Tom, you are the Starcraft player.
Oh, it's going to be a trilogy.
Oh, okay, there you go. You just gave the news away.
Excellent segue. That was planned.
Yeah, my whole excellent introduction here is now shot. Thanks, Tom.
No, that's the glory of your magnificent editing.
Yes, I'll make it work somehow. Okay, so for the kids out there, Blizzard is now going to put out, instead of just one StarCraft 2, they're going to make 3 StarCraft 2 games.
Triple the sales!
Well, it'll be one single-player campaign for each race.
One game is going to be Terran, one game is Zerg, one game is Protoss, and the campaigns are contained. There's no cliffhangers to the next one. Now, you don't need all 3 to do multiplayer. It's just for the single-player campaign.
Yeah, so I think that's...
Ivan, what'd you say oi for?
Because I'm picturing 3 separate titles at $40 a piece. or more.
So that's the issue here. They have been saying there's going to be a lot of content, a lot of missions. Like, I think normal StarCraft was like 12 missions, and they're saying that this one's going to have like a 20 to 30 mission campaign per game. So they're putting a lot of content in each one. But is this just some way of trying to get more money for the whole thing?
Guys like me, I think there's going to be a large portion of the player base that, I just want one SKU so that I can play multiplayer. And as long as I'm not excluded from certain units because I didn't buy all 3 packs, I'll be perfectly happy. Because I'm not the type who plays single player all the way through anyway, so I just want to get it for multiplayer. So I'm fine with this.
Well, what if they were to do this? Now, a little earlier in the show, we had mentioned they're going to try and monetize Battle.net for Diablo 3. That could mean downloadable content.
Oh, wait, this is sounding scary. I don't like where this is going.
I'm putting a hypothetical out here. So what if you buy one game? Say you buy the Terran game.
No, I wouldn't buy the Terran game.
Okay. Zerg?
No.
Protoss.
Yes, I'd buy the Protoss.
Well, actually, that's the last one coming out, I think. So you're going to have to wait a little while.
Oh, so I'm going to have to buy the Terran first, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Crap, those bastards have to buy 2 SKUs now!
Say you only buy the Terran one, and there are other units you need for multiplayer in the other games. What if they were to release those over Battle.net as little things for those who don't want to buy the Zerg one?
Wait, so you're saying that in this scenario, there are units tied to a particular SKU of StarCraft 2?
Now, that's not been said, but I'm just saying, what if? It's a what if.
But those units are then made available as downloaded content through Battle.net. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Then I would go on Battle.net forums and whine and complain.
Okay, just checking. Just making sure there.
Such is the way of the internet.
Are these going to have the Blizzard achievements?
Wait, that matters?
No. You're right. It doesn't matter.
no.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, yes.
Okay, so you bought a 360 just for achievements, right?
No, I bought that as a Settlers of Catan client.
Oh my god.
Next topic.
Okay, does anybody here care about the ACDC expansion for Rock Band?
No. The only reason is because I'm really not an ACDC fan. I mean, it sounds cool from what I've read, what I understand. Why they're not making it downloadable, I don't know, but you can buy the game and then kind of import it into Rock Band so that you don't have to swap discs or anything. It would be cool if they did a cool band and did one of these kind of things where they released 15, 20 songs.
Although, even though you don't want the ACDC expansion, are you interested in trying to be in the Rock Band 2 reality TV show?
No.
Would anyone like to be in a Rock Band 2 reality TV show?
No.
No.
I have some dignity.
I don't, and I still don't want to be in it.
Because there is going to be one on VH1. Rock Band 2, The Stars.
The Stars.
Yeah, so apparently what it is they have 15 people who are going to get together and live in a loft and play Rock Band 2 every week, and then you get weeded out by being the lowest scoring player.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, that'll last all of 2 episodes.
People want to watch that?
Something in the story here makes it sound like this is a spoof on their real Create the Band TV shows.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay, so you actually think this is them being serious about this?
Yes.
Well, in any case, they're going to weed out the bad players and then get down to, I believe, 6 people so they can have 2 bands. And then they're going to have a rock-off between one band led by Alice Cooper and the other band led by Sebastian Bach. And there you go.
Alice must have fell off the wagon.
To say, this thing couldn't sound worse than you made it worse.
Sweet baby Jesus.
You think if you were the Harmonix people, you'd want to protect your brand a bit more than this. It's like, didn't they know that this is going to sound horrible and tarnish the good name of Rock
Well, that's the thing, is it can't possibly hurt Rock Band at all. All it can do is generate more sales. I mean, honestly, it's ridiculous. If anything, it would hurt, and I don't know that it's possible, VH1's reputation.
No.
You know what I mean? I can't think of any way that this would hurt Rock Band sales or the company. It is ridiculous and just utterly retarded this sounds.
So you see no redeeming quality in this at all?
None.
No, not really. Actually, I think it's good for Harmonix and EA, because there's a few people out there who still have not heard of Rock Band who are wannabe rockers.
Who hasn't heard of Rock Band yet?
I'm sure there's people the people who sit inside all day long and watch VH1.
Wow. That's even lower on the totem pole than us.
Next topic.
Do we care that Lord British is now in space?
Who?
He was the guy who did the Ultimas series.
The guy who made Ultima and Ultima Online paid $30 million to the Russians so they can shoot him up in a rocket, and he's now in space going to the space station.
Good for him.
Congratulations on amassing enough wealth.
Yeah, you could throw it at the wall and just it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
His home in Texas is built to look like a castle, and it has like secret rooms and traps and towers and stuff.
Good for him.
Lord British was at the center of one of the greatest griefing stories ever. I guess back during the Ultima Online days, Lord British would show up every once in a while and give like a pronouncement to all of the minions in the Ultima Online realm. So I guess a couple of griefers figured out a bug in the game where they could actually attack and kill Lord British. So Lord British appears and he comes out into his castle and suddenly the griefers attack, kill Lord British. So Lord British logs back on with like another character and completely wipes the realm out. Every like innocent characters are just dying.
It's mine. Me.
Any Warhammer griefing there, Keith, you've seen?
No, there's been no griefing whatsoever.
I have no desire to play that game now.
Do you guys ever see that video of Age of Conan griefing where somebody just sits on a bridge with a horse?
Yeah, with their horse. And then they playing like the Benny Hill music or something with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Age of Conan isn't doing too well as an MMO.
No, I'm shocked. Tell me it
it
ain't
got a
so.
lot of good. The people who I knew who played it just could not convince me to play it no matter how hard they tried, but they were very convinced that it was a great game.
It did look like fun. I wanted to try it once. I just never got around to trying it. And now they're consolidating servers. Funcom stock is way down. This is before the bad stock market things. The head designer left, and the guy who did Anarchy Online's now taken over.
Head designer left. Holy mackerel.
But when are people going to realize there's only one MMO? There can be only one.
There can be only one. Warhammer's days are numbered the second.
Dude, tell that to the old school EverQuest players because at work there's a couple of guys, they've been with EverQuest since like the beginning, and they're not going anywhere.
Honestly, man, I like Warhammer. Everyone I know that has played Warhammer has liked it better than WoW. Even Chris was digging it more than WoW.
It could take off. The first week was 500,000 players. The second week now is like 750,000. So if they can keep those kind of numbers up.
People are just waiting for Wrath of the Lich King to come out.
I was going to say, nobody's leaving WoW. It's not like there's some travesty where everyone's looking for something else because something happened in WoW. So, yeah, you may get a bunch of people playing, but I don't think the diehard WoW people aren't going anywhere.
No, they're going to be sticking around because of Lich King.
Did I ever tell the story on the show about my new landlord? When I first went to the property to view the apartment unit, the landlord was showing me around and he kept checking his watch. And he's like, oh, sorry, I got to check on my guild in a couple minutes. And of course, I have to ask, right? You just can't say that and just drop it and let it go. So I'm like, World of Warcraft? And he's, no, I'm in a Second Life guild. And then for the next hour, he explains Second Life's combat system. There's this new faction that came on of newbies, and they're trying to battle them back and how they sabotage his land. And then he starts telling me about his wife and his kids, and I can't figure out if he's talking about his Second Life wife and kids or his real life wife and kids. So then he opens his wallet and he pulls out these pictures of the avatars. He's like, here's my wife, and it's the avatar picture.
Oh my god.
And so I didn't have the heart to ask him if he had a wife and kid.
So it's just the game then. Oh. Yeah, that kind of half smile thing.
Wow! That's a whole new level of Lodum.
Lodum?
Lodum. It's a new
We found a
word.
tier below people who watch VH1 all day.
Exactly!
Congratulations. That puts us up to tier 3. I'm ecstatic.
Next topic.
Mail.
Bag. Mailbag.
Mailbag.
We need the background music or that's less funny. Mail.
Bag. Mailbag.
Mailbag.
Damn it.
You need a couple like notes on his xylophone.
Exactly. Mail.
Bag. Mailbag.
Mailbag. No,
Mailbag.
no, wait for me. Wait for me.
Wait for me! Slow down, you face!
We have a voicemail message here.
Delete it.
Yeah, don't even play it. Just delete it.
Thank them for their deletion.
Thank you for your call, human number 543. Delete.
Here, listen to this.
Just like Back to the Future, we're going to have our socks blown off.
Hey, Chad, this is Jacob from the forums. I know this is going to seem kind of a noob question, but my friend's talking about an 8-bit game, and they just laughed at me for asking what 8-bit was. On the next show, can you please explain to me what it is? I love the show, and Chad, give yourself a ham sandwich on me.
It has to do with the 8-bit processor in the Nintendos and the Sega Master Systems. Those are the CPUs of the little devices. They were 8-bit microprocessors, meaning they had 8-bit data buses and 16-bit address buses.
You sound
Yeah,
smart.
because that is going to be an excellent explanation for the 12-year-old kid.
Thinking
Their integers
stop
are only
there
8 bits long.
because it'll take too long to give him the real answer.
You know what? You know how exactly that would go? That would go, there's an 8-bit thingy, and, yeah.
Simplistic things, it's how much data the brain of the console could handle. It could only handle 8 bits worth of data at a time.
What are we up to now, Chad?
Well, it depends. See, nowadays the numbers are gone. We don't do numbers anymore. It got too complicated. What? Want me to give a fake answer?
Yeah, make something up.
They're all 64-bit. PowerPC chip in the 360 is
Yeah.
64-bit.
Well, no, that's address space. The data bus can be 128-bit wide or 256 wide.
Yeah.
In short, there are no numbers anymore. I'll make one up, though. We're in the 4096-bit range.
Yeah.
That's a lot more than 8, Chad.
Yes, it is.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Smoke them bits. They got arsenic in them. Now you're poisoned. Ha ha ha.
If you want a real answer, go learn computer engineering. You'll understand it all.
It's that easy. $10 his friends don't know what the hell 8-bit means anyway.
Next topic.
Hey dudes, it's Asher here, and I was wondering whether Hellgate London was worth getting now.
Boy. If they're giving it away for free.
I still wouldn't play.
We actually had more than one who are asking if it was worth checking out Hellgate London. And some have found it cheap, and obviously since it's cheap, that's probably because the company tanked. Basically, Hellgate was taken over by Namco Bandai, I think is now doing all the development of the game. I think it's still up. When I last checked, you could no longer subscribe to it. That was all gone. So the question is it worth it just to play for the free online stuff? Yeah, that's all the game was anyway. I mean,
It depends. Is it below $20 now?
I know for us in the US, it's at around $20. I think these listeners are from the UK, and it's like £15, so it's about $20. The question is it worth $20 to play Hellgate London?
Yeah, definitely. I think so. They may have actually fixed some stuff. Who knows? You never know. I don't know. I might go back and try again. Probably not, but you know, never know.
I guess it depends what your net worth is. I mean, if your total net worth is only $20, then probably not.
Next topic.
Here's a question from A Dark Knight 2. Please let me know your bottom line top 3 picks from now through the end of 2008 for video games you want to buy.
Oh, that's easy.
Ivan.
Number 1 on my list is probably Fallout 3. That's looking to be super sweet. Followed by Wrath of the Lich King and Gears 2. And I'll probably throw out honorable mention for Left 4 Dead. Ooh, Mirror's Edge is in there too. Yeah, so those are my 3 though.
Bob, what are your top 3 games from now to the end of the year that you would buy?
You are really asking the wrong person.
Okay, not even like Left 4 Dead.
Sure. How about Left 4 Dead?
Left 4 Dead,
I
okay.
may buy that. Fine. Yeah, it's great. It's awesome.
Keith, what do you think?
Fable 2, Fallout 3, and Left 4 Dead.
Tom?
StarCraft 2, Protoss, StarCraft 2, Zerg, StarCraft 2, Terran. No, to be honest, I am going to throw Left 4 Dead in there because I'm a Valve fanboy, and they could in a box and sell it, and I'd buy it.
Fortunately, you don't have to because you can get their stuff online.
And my answers will probably have to be Mirror's Edge, Fallout 3, and Prince of Persia.
Next topic.
This is from Shish Kebab, and he's saying, I'm trying to get a podcast going. Don't worry, I'm not going to go all, what was it like to make a podcast, because I already know about all that. His question is, how do you record your shows? Because it sounds like you record in a room together.
It's all voodoo and black magic. You have to buy your own Chad, and those don't come cheap.
Yeah. I bought a dangling Chad.
I'm so tired of that joke. That was so...
Voting humor!
The best kind.
Shish Kebab, if you want the answer, go check the show notes. I'll put a link into how we actually record. No, we're not all in a room together because obviously Keith is in 1950.
Look, I know for next time to either fix it or get a new thingy.
Or get a 1950s accent and use it constantly. That's what Keith sounds like. Not a 1950s announcer. He sounds like the racetrack announcer. Dangling Chad coming up the front. Dangling Chad followed closely by Mother's Milk. Mother's Milk and Betty's Bubble. Betty's Bubble coming up the front side. But it's Mother's Milk. Dangling Chad. Dangling Chad for the win. That's what he sounds like.
That was a lot of emotion. I don't exuberate that much emotion.
Next topic.
Okay, this is from Wiggles. Hello, Video Game Show. I've been a long-time listener. I was hoping that maybe you guys could give me and my partners in our college project some advice on video game violence and what your views are on it.
What I like about this, no, this isn't a junior high project. This is a college project.
Wow.
Aim high, brother. Aim high.
I remember Chris explaining in a few episodes far back how games are getting the blame all the time for for deaths related to games is just stupid. Okay, this is a college project, huh? And this is your grammar.
Wow.
Okay.
Put down the bowl, my friend. Rewrite the email. Then we'll try again. My answer is I wouldn't worry about it. You're not going to be in college for very much longer.
He remembers Chris explaining a long time ago that it was stupid for games to get the blame for deaths and whatnot.
And of course, that answer wasn't at all biased.
No. And that movies and TV shows could spark the exact same effect for someone to do something crazy. My partners and I completely agree with this. Also, if you could point me to some sites you are aware of that would help with that project, that would be great.
Why don't you just reference Wikipedia while you're at it? I mean, you're already asking us for opinions. I mean, just...
What do we reference? We just make it up as we go.
Exactly.
We got to contact the VH1 people for their opinion on this important topic.
I guess the question comes down to, should video games be blamed for violence?
No, but I don't think we have any reference material for you. That's just kind of our view. I reference me there. How's that?
People do stupid things. It's not the games causing the stupidity. It's just the stupid people.
What would be the proper MLA citation format for this podcast?
Dude, I have no idea. Just make something up, put a date after it, you know, and a page
Chad
number.
et al. Episode 111 et al.
We don't even have last names. Haha. A direct quote from the mighty Oot. That'll go a really long way.
And that was Video Game Show episode number 111 for Sunday, October 12th, 2008. Any ham sandwiches or Share Dream Pies, gentlemen?
Can we give one to Phil?
No.
We can give him a Share Dream Pie.
That's for not being here today. Of course, I wasn't there last week, but you know, I like my headset, even though it sounds like I'm 1950. Logitech people can get a ham sandwich.
Share a Dream Pie to Netflix for not having as much instant content as I thought they would have. So I'm probably going to cancel the subscription.
Well, I wouldn't do it yet. I'd wait at least until the new Xbox thing. I got a feeling they're going to ramp up some of their download stuff because the new Xbox thing will let you do Netflix from it.
We will give a ham sandwich here to R. DeSano, who gave us the following review on iTunes. Hands down the best and most entertaining video game podcast out on iTunes. The stories are short and to the point without missing any details or commentary. The sound levels and editing, as well as personalities, make this a must-listen for me each and every week. The hard work and dedication put into making this podcast definitely shows their commitment to quality entertainment and should be on your playlist if it isn't already. Nice work, guys.
I don't know if we're hands down anything.
Couple quick reminders. Don't forget about the GamerCast Network Gaming Nights. This week they're playing Saints Row 2 for the Xbox 360 on Friday. Go to the forums at gamercastnetwork.com/forums for all the details. And don't forget about the giveaway for NHL 09 for the Xbox 360. Send in your stories to the mailbag about being a bad winner at sports games. And as always, send in your questions, comments, queries, concerns, or roll call question to the mailbag at mailbag@videogameshow.org, Skype us at videogameshow, or call us at 320-300-GAME. That is a standard long-distance call, and all normal fees apply. And that's a wrap. Good night.
Let's see here now. Let me get one more piece of mail here. No, that's a stupid question.
I like Chad because we only get to hear the mail that we should hear. He's like the Chinese media. He knows what's best for us.